First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem HaRakakvadash Mama. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Aharwan Ben Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Atwafim, and children, Bunyam, that believe in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Athan Yalla, back to another lesson. And Yahar Ratazah is edifying. It's a news article, a news update that's circulating right now as we speak. A cyber attack, quote unquote. All right, and this is CNBC. Flights grounded and passengers warned of delays amid global IT outage. So there's a global IT outage, as the Edomites had stated a while back. The internet is a domain for war. All right, so is the seas. All right, so is the internet. It's a domain for war. All right, a form of proxy warring on the internet. All right, attacking systems, software that affect the economy. A slew of airlines and airports said Friday their operations would be impacted on one of the busiest flight days of the year, right? Friday. I believe it's the way America was constructed with the corporations in the Midwest. You had a guy named Henry Ford, all right, a Ford, and I believe the Cadillac, the Lincoln, all that is synonymous of GM. He created the 5-day work week, all right, where you have a work week and then you have the weekend, all right? So what Jake and the people of America, these spoiled Americans, Babylonians, they like to travel and commit folly on the weekend. But this is showing how the Lord can stop everything in its tracks at the drop of a dime, just like he did the Planinic. One of the first scriptures I want to get right quick is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. And I'll start at verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man, right? So right now, you gotta, hey, everybody is put to a halt. Those who was gonna travel for the weekend, thinking they're gonna continue on in their lifestyles, their livelihood, their folly in America. The Lord got other plans, all right? As he controls the mind of the kings and of these rulers of the earth. And right now, this country is at war. It's being brought down low. And so this is a picture. It says crowds are seen building up at Savaram Airport as a global IT disruption caused by Microsoft outage and a CrowdStrike IT problem combined to affect users on July 19, 2024 in Bangkok, Thailand. Right, because these corporations, these big corporations like a Microsoft, which was ran by Bill Gates, by the way. All right, as he took his name off of it, but we know who ultimately started that and runs it. Whether he continues to do so, or he got someone in his stead, that's of his doings. All right. Even had a war between him and the guy Steve Jobs and so on and so forth. But it reads, several airlines halted flights on Friday, while others warned of delays in services being unavailable as the impact of an unprecedented IT outage was felt globally. Early on Friday, cybersecurity giant, and this is going on as we speak, this is Friday, all right, it's talking as if it's past tense, but it's an article, it's journalism, whatever. Cybersecurity giant CrowdStrike experienced a major disruption linked to a tech update. Organizations, including Microsoft, were left scrambling to restore apps and services used by a huge number of firms. Flight update and check-in monitors at airports around the world displayed the so-called blue screen of death, indicating a Microsoft system error, right? Like when they made them Xbox. Salakia. When they made them Xboxes back in the day, damn Bill Gates, they had like the red ring of death and all that shit, to where all them people brought that shit in and it didn't work, to where they damn near didn't want to recall it. People was out of their money, but they forced the recall on it because they damn near happened to everybody who brought the damn system. All right, again, another act and duty of the guy Kill Hates, man. And images shared on social media showed a whiteboard displaying flight updates at Belfast International Airport and a handwritten board pass for a flight with India's Indigo. It seems that for the first time, we are facing a real global blackout. The disruption affected not only individuals, users, but especially large institutions such as banks, including central banks, stock exchanges, airports, paralyzing operations during the peak holiday season and causing chaos in many other sectors. And that's what it's caused to do, man. It's going to slow this place down, but this is how the Lord set it up. Again, going back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17, we'll start from the top again and just read down real quick. You know, what if it already be kindled, man? The Lord is sending plagues and scourges for amendment on this place. All right. And Esau knows he has but a short time pertaining to Revelations chapter 12 and verse 12. And this is Revelations chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Man, he has a short time to fulfill his new world order, man. It's a window, all right? But that window is closing, all right, because the Lord is approaching. Okay, this judgment is approaching. All right, so when this devil is trying to fill his belly, the Lord's going to rain on him. All right, we can see that coming into fruition. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. So these people not able to go into wherever they was going, probably going back home. All right. Whatever the case may be, they're not able to go from city to city as they thought they were going and easily able to do. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? Look what the doings of America, not only to the apple of the Lord's eye and to the people, what the Lord is ultimately returning back their captivity before their eyes. All right, all this is for them to redeem the remnant of the nation of Israel, the 1/3 men, women, and children, and 144,000 men that's going to be saved from the said perils. All right, because nobody is saved already. All right, the Lord is turning back their captivity. All right, and he's using World War III. He's using these other heathen nations to do so, to use and shoot off the weapons of his indignation. All right, because this is going to be a righteous indignation. All right, for what it done to his son, Yahweh Shai, and to his people. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those of the speckled bird who may look like the other nations, but you bear the same spirit as such by way of your fathers. All right. So what? Because of this devil's pride, because of America's pride, having a nose in everybody's business, all right, trying to get everybody allegiance to the beast system, being the whore, all right, that sit upon that beast-like system, being NATO and EU, all right, their cities are troubled, all right, the other heathen nations that the Lord is raising up against this place, all right, is ultimately creating that destroying wind to wipe this place out, all right, because of the pride, because of the rape, rob, and murder, because of the deceit. So because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. Right, insurrection among men. This is what this chapter goes into. All right, Jacob's trouble, that getting to a peak where all hell is breaking loose. Nobody's regarding their kings nor princes. They don't care about who's in authority. The authority itself is going to be at home fending for itself and for its people, its family. All right, as you read up, as we started in 17, and this is verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, and this was talking about civil unrest, and we saw the whole, what they did with the with Jay Trump, all right, and how that was just them doing that with Jay Trump is like a sign in itself. All right, hoax or not. All right, if you go kill and strike a president, they would have did it. All right, it was been proven. All right, that's not just continue on about that, but it's gonna cause sedition ultimately, because that's what they want here in America. All right, so if they was to do that, all right, a false flag. That's what was trying to get off my tongue. It's a false flag, quote unquote. With Trump, Nero, so to speak. But it's verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, right? Your civil unrest, your one side versus the other, your left versus the right, your Democrats versus the Republicans. All right. One philosophy versus the other philosophies, as there are many philosophies in America and Babylon. All right. This is a melting pot of philosophies and idols and idol worship. All right. It's all captivities pretty much bottled in one. This verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's the point. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man, right? So it's going to be every man for himself. A dog-eat-dog world, And the point that we did make in verse 17, the man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right? For because of their pride, and city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Because that's all this place has given the people on this side: tribulation, poverty, oppression. All right. Verse 20, behold, saith God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Man. Right? So it should be Egyptian versus Egyptian. All right. This is the modern day Egypt, according to Revelations 11, verse 8. All right. Spiritually Sodom in Egypt, where the Lord was crucified, because it what upholds Sodom. It doesn't